Let's move it to college basketball. And look, we all talked about Villanova. You should, because of the reigning national champs. Now, they are 1-2 with Kansas right now, but Gonzaga made a big jump to number 3, and they're sliding in ahead after UCLA lost this weekend. I know we know they're good, and Mark Few always has a good team. Is this a potentially great team that could actually cut down the nets? Do you take them seriously?
In my opinion, Dave, I can't take them fully seriously until I see the kind of play we've seen thus far. The undefeated 19-0 schedule we've seen, it's great. I got to see it in March before I'm ready to say that they are a legit contender to cut down the nets. Karnowski's great inside. Yep. Williams-Goss is a very good player and a playmaker, a scorer for them. Got a little bit of an inside-out thing going on, but they just don't play anybody. Arizona, St. Mary's, that's their quality wins. They're good wins. They tell us that Gonzaga is a good team. You need to be a next-level team to cut down the nets. They've never made a Final Four under Mark Few. They've never made a Final Four.
No.
I don't even think they've made an Elite Eight. Maybe they made one in the Elite Eight.
One, they lost to Duke.
Right.
Okay, but
so they make one Elite Eight, never really shown they could get to that last weekend of college basketball play, and beyond that, never really that next level to cut down the nets. So I can't take them seriously with one win against St. Mary's at home in Gonzaga, and then one road win against Arizona.
Okay,
Arizona's good.
But you say road win against Arizona. Arizona just went to UCLA and beat UCLA.
Sure.
So can we do that little, well, I beat them and they beat them and therefore
Transitive property?
Yeah.
No.
I wasn't that good in math, but
We'll write it to the soup kitchen today. I just brushed up on my
transitive properties.
Yeah, my theories.
So you can't really, that doesn't translate in college basketball.
No, it can at times. I think it bodes well. I think if you're a Gonzaga fan, you're happy you beat Arizona rather than lose to them. But you don't get many opportunities to prove yourself. The fact that they did against St. Mary's, who's a very quality team. Arizona's a really good team, or else they wouldn't have gone into Paulie Pavilion and beat the Bruins. Those are good wins. But they just don't get enough consistent tests from their conference play the way a middle-of-the-road ACC team.
Sure.
They're battle-tested once they get to March. Once they get to the conference tournament, once they get to the big dance, they see these kind of litmus tests all throughout their schedule. Whereas right now with Gonzaga, we just don't know. There's not enough barometers throughout their schedule for me to say, I take them seriously. I need to see it in March before I'm ready to say, now this is a team that could cut down the nets. They're undefeated. Only Division I program that's undefeated right now. Congrats. They're in the top 5 at number 3. But I'm still not taking them seriously.
Speaking of middle-of-the-road ACC teams, don't turn your back on the Wolfpack. NC State, right now, the Wolfpack, they have a 4-point lead at Cameron Indoor Stadium, 83-79, 16 seconds and some change to go.
And they got the ball.
Now, they have not won in Cameron Indoor Stadium since the Dallas Cowboys last won a Super Bowl, 1995.
Is that the way you judge time?
That is exactly how I judge time.
When Danny White's completion percentage was up at around 71%.
That's how I judge everything. So they could have something happen that hasn't happened since the Cowboys last won everything. Let's see if they can get it done. And by the way,
this would be a huge win. This would be a, hey, welcome to your average household, Dennis Smith Jr. Because
Dennis Smith Jr.
Those of us that watch college basketball know about him.
Wow.
If you don't, this will be a very, very impressive way of introducing yourself to the common fan, the fringe fan.
And a huge win for Mark Gottlieb if they can get it at NC State. And also, when they won in 95, guess who was not coaching that day for Duke? Mike Krzyzewski, also out this year.
Ain't that something?
Isn't that a little difference